Hi, welcome.
Hello.
Hello.
Can you tell the people where you are?
We're in Rod's room.
What did you do in Rod's room today?
We fucked.
Ooh.
Like crazy.
Yeah. My hole's still quivering.
I love that for you.
Thank you.
What made your whole quiver today?
His giant penis. Giant penis.
It's not that big.
No, it's big. Compared to my little hole, of course it's big.
All right, I got a couple of questions for you.
Okay, cool.
Fire away.
Jayden, let's start with you. What are some of your kinks?
My favorite kink is candle wax. I like being dripped on me, and I like sensory deprivation, so like blindfolds or noise canceling earphones or something, being tied down or tying someone down. I like that kind of stuff.
Do you like the heightened other senses from the sensory deprivation?
Yeah, that's the best part.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Hopefully with a couple of residential properties in the real estate industry. That'd be cool. Obviously doing porn. Freaking love this.
We love you here doing it, so I'm glad that you are here doing it. Damien, how about you? What was your first time with a guy like?
My first time with a guy, I booked a hotel like in between our cities. We met online, and then it was like pretty much my first time bottoming, but I didn't really go all the way. I ended up fucking him, and then now look at me, I end up getting fucked more. So I would say it was an experience because my hole hurt for a couple days after because I didn't know what lube, well, we didn't have lube, and then I didn't have poppers, and I didn't have Viagra, so I was taking it raw, like raw.
No.
So it hurt for a couple days after.
I think Jayden's hole just cried a tear for yours.
Yes, it did.
A very bloody one at that.
How did you get in? Jayden,
Yes.
if you could travel anywhere to film, where would you go?
Oh man. Greece.
Why Greece?
I love the culture. It's beautiful. There's places you can get that are off cliffside so you can see into the ocean. And I just love the idea of being out on a balcony overlooking the ocean, just in a bathrobe with like a glass of wine or something. And that whole thing, that just sounds amazing.
Very romantic.
I like that.
I like that too.
Damien,
Mm-hmm.
do you have any fetishes?
I love to be choked.
What do you like about the choking?
I don't know. It's just like, so I'm kind of a sub bottom, I guess you would say. So when I'm dominated, I just get really turned on, and so choking is like one of my big fetishes that I love.
Jayden, how'd you get into the business?
I was actually found by a recruiter on a fuck site. I signed up because I wanted something that was a little more direct than, Tinder or Grindr. And before I even had a chance to use it, this recruiter found me and he said, "Hey, you have a beautiful face, a nice body, and a big dick. Have you ever thought about doing porn?" I was like, "No, of course not." And then he said, "Do you want to?" I'm like, "Yeah, absolutely. Let's do this." And, I went through the whole process. I got flown out, went through my first couple of scenes out there, found out I loved it, and stuck with it ever since.
Damien, what was your first porno viewing experience like?
Well, the first time I watched gay porn, I was really confused, and I was just very curious. And then when I jacked off and I came to it, I was like, wait a damn minute. And then after that, it just like started more and more and more and more. And then obviously the whole mental thing of like, oh, you need to go back to being straight. And then, hating myself for jacking off to gay porn. But now look at me, I'm actually in it. So
What advice would you give to someone that's been hating themselves for jacking off to gay porn?
Don't fight yourself. You're born gay. You can't fight yourself out of it. It's something that you're born to be and something who you're born, to love as well. And you should love yourself for who you are. So don't be upset for that type of person who you are ashamed to be. Just love yourself.
Jayden, are there things that you do at home you won't do on set?
No. I think there's things I will do on set that I won't do at home.
Do you have an example you can give?
Well, there was one scene that involved some bodily fluids of sorts, and I would never include that in my personal life, but I have no issue doing that on set in a safe environment with other people around.
Damien, if you weren't doing porn, what would you be doing?
I don't know, I enjoy it a lot, and I mean, the main reason why I'm still doing porn is to represent Asians in media. It's the one thing that keeps me going. Every single time I go to a club and some Asian comes up to me and he's like, thank you for like representing us, and that's like kind of what's been keeping me going with porn. So I can't honestly see myself not doing it, to be honest, because I love getting fucked. And I think I look pretty doing it.
Yes, you do. I'm Jayden Marcos,
I'm Damien Cruz.
and if you want to see the full scene,
Go to rodsroom.com.
.com.